My name is Misha and I'm in 6th grade. I prepared a presentation that covers Newton's law of universal gravitation with some working examples. I hope you like it, and now let's begin. Okay, now let's go over Newton's law of gravitation. So Newton's law of gravitation is normally stated that every particle attracts every other particle in the universe with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. So a formula that you can use to calculate Newton's law of gravitation is G, which is represented as the universal gravitational constant, which is 6.67 multiplied by 10 to the negative power 11. And then m1 multiplied by m2, there's two masses, divided by r squared. So, you may wonder what force is acting between the sun and the earth, or the earth and the moon? Is it gravitational force, or is it centripetal force? Well, a simple answer for that is that gravitational force is the centripetal force that is keeping the earth in a circular motion that is keeping it in orbit around the sun. Okay, so note here that the gravitational force m1 represented by the r vector is equal and opposite to the gravitational force of m2 represented by this f vector. Okay, let's go over some common examples that Newton's law of gravitational force goes with. The force of gravity that is acting on a satellite in orbit. As I said before, the force that causes the moon to orbit Earth or the Earth to orbit the sun. Or an apple to fall toward the ground because an apple's mass is 1 trillion times smaller than the mass of the Earth. Okay, now let's go over a working example. So, find the gravitational force between Julie and George if their individual mass is 50 kilograms for Julie and 70 kilograms for George, and they are standing 2 meters apart. Use the universal gravitational constant as 6.67 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 11, and also find their individual gravitational force towards the Earth. Assume the gravity is 10 meters per second squared. So let's first write down the formula to calculate the gravitational force, which is the universal gravitational constant multiplied by mj, the mass of Julie, and the mass of George, over the radius squared. So let's first write down what we know. We know the mass of Julie, that's 50. We know the mass of George, that's 70. We know the radius, which is 2. We know the universal gravitational constant, which is 6.67 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 11. And then we know the gravity, which is negative 10 meters per second square. So we pretty much have everything, so let's just fill in this. Let's just fill in this formula. So 6.67 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 11 for your universal gravitational constant, and then mass of Julie, which is 50, multiplied by 70, which is the mass of George, over your radius squared, so 2 squared. So obviously I used a calculator for this, and I found 5.84 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 8 newtons. Okay, now let's do the second question, which is find their individual gravitational force towards the Earth. Assume gravity is 10 meters per second squared. So we can essentially just use Newton's second law, which is F is equal to ma, and in this case A is gravity, so F is equal to mg. So in that case for Julie, it would be 50 multiplied by 10, that's your gravity, and that would be 500 newtons, that's equal to force of Julie,
And then for George, it would be 70 multiplied by 10, so 700 newtons, and that would be your force of George. So there actually is a gravitational force between Julie and George. We just calculated that. But it is negligible because we are standing on top of something that is trillions of times bigger than us, so we don't feel it.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the red button down below to subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye!